Hey everyone, it's Kirk McLean here, and you're watching Clay's Canucks Commentary.
Hey Canucks fans, and welcome to Clay's Canucks Commentary Live, presented to you by Van City Experts Real Estate. I am your host, Clay Emo Canuck Clay, and this is my Canucks take, all in one take for Monday night, November the 11th. If you're new, here's what you should do. Hit the subscribe button now for daily Canucks insight that's positive, timely, and trustworthy. It is Remembrance Day here in Canada. So as I mentioned last night and on my vlog today, I hope you had a chance to reflect, pray, meditate, ponder, whatever you do. But in Thanksgiving, in gratitude for the men and women, the countless men and women who fought for us in wars, who in conflict, to allow us to enjoy many of the freedoms and liberties that we enjoy to this day. So I hope you had a great Monday, whatever you're doing. I hope it went well for you, and that you are well rested and getting ready for a short week, whether it's at work or at school. When I went live, I don't know why, but the ads thing, it did not give me an option to skip ads. So I got to figure out what's going on in the back end of YouTube. So if you do have ads that pop up in the middle of the show, I apologize, but I will have to work on that for, I have to investigate that for the next couple of shows. Moderators, do what you need to do to keep this a safe and respectful place. I'll say really quickly, I got involved, or at least involved, too strong of a word. I was aware of a post by Time Capital. I was aware that it made a couple of you feel uncomfortable. I'll say this, what Time Capital posted about is sports betting winnings is not illegal. It's, you might argue it's not, I don't want to say it's unethical or immoral. You can do whatever you want because it's not illegal. It might not be your cup of tea, but it doesn't go against my loose rules of no homophobia, no racism, no sexism, no ableism. And it doesn't go against being disrespectful, even if it's not everyone's cup of tea. But it's the same as politics. It's the same as religion. So if those things are kept to a minimum, that's probably the best way. But one post is, I don't think it's the worst thing in the world. If it persists, then we look at it. So moderators, I trust you. There's a reason why I've appointed you as moderators, but I always go maybe a little lenient, or at least I'm not being so quick to judge. I'll put it that way. We have to be able to live with stuff that maybe doesn't make us feel, or it's not our cup of tea, but it might be important to someone else. So I'll just leave it at that. Generally with moderators, I'm okay with you. If you have to delete messages, it's very rare that you time out someone. And I don't want you banning anyone unless it's like it's horribly inappropriate. Rather leave the banning of people to me. So I hope that all makes sense. So moderators, keep doing a good job. Thank you. You know how much I appreciate you. Members, that's Legends, Hall of Fame franchise members. Thanks for your support as always. And to everyone else, no matter where you're watching from, whether my beautiful neighborhood of Steveston and Richmond, in the city, lower mainland, province, country, continent, around the world, thank you for being here. You know that I know that you could be doing anything else, watching anyone else, getting ready for work, school, or better, all three. The fact that you are here with me right here, right now, know how much I always appreciate you, and I never, ever take you for granted. So you can get involved by subscribing to the channel, getting notified of my videos every single day. You can like the video. There are 50 people watching on YouTube already. Thank you. Another, I guess, 15 or 20 watching on X. Thank you. But yeah, like the video, like the fact that we're together, and like the fact that Jonathan Lekarmaki is going to make his Canucks debut tomorrow, which is pretty darn exciting. Dakota Joshua is closer. Thatcher Demko, we're still not sure, but I'll get into all of that today. You can leave a donation, get the donation train out of the station. You can gift a membership. You can buy your own membership, upgrade your own membership, use your monthly membership message, your Triple M. And if you're listening on a podcast platform, you can rate and review. So I'm going to talk about Canucks practice today. I'm going to talk about a few roster moves. Not going to recap the Meet the Team event. I did that in great detail last night. Thank you to everyone who joined me for that stream last night. We had a lot of fun. And then I'll leave a lot of time for your questions and your answers at first. Now, I have to do a mea culpa. That means an apology. My bad. I titled my vlog from today, BOESER is Day to Day. And much like a lot of my vlogs that I do on Canucks practice, line combinations, D pairings, sit, healthy scratches, all that, which as I've talked about on the stream, those videos do really well. People just love that kind of thing. And then, of course, the coach's media availability afterwards. It got tweeted out that Rick Tocchet said that Brock Besser was day-to-day. Brendan Batchelor, Jeff Patterson, a bunch of prominent media people tweeted out. So I proceeded to make my vlog about the lines and the D pairings and the fact that Brock Besser was day-to-day. I even used my thumbnail as Brock Besser, and I called my video Brock Besser day-to-day. It since has come out, and after watching, and admittedly, I didn't watch the Canucks video of Rick Tocchet. Rick Tocchet isn't saying that Brock Besser is day-to-day in terms of his health. He's saying that the updates about Brock Besser are day-to-day, meaning he hasn't got a good full update about Brock Besser's health just yet. So in a best case scenario, Brock Besser is indeed day-to-day once we find out the actual prognosis, and maybe we can expect him sometime back in this homestand, which would be great. However, there is a possibility that once we get the official prognosis, he might be week to week. He might be month to month, God forbid. He might be put on the IR. So I will sit here and say that I was inaccurate. I'm the furthest from clickbait. That's not what I try and do. But it did come out after I had posted, long after I posted. And once I watched the video, that Rick Tocchet was talking about updates about Besser day to day, and not necessarily his health and his status is day to day. So hopefully I can just put another vlog up on my channel, and then it gets pushed down, and then no one's really come back at me too hard on it. And I see other media members tweeting about it as well. So I just wanted to say my piece, and it's never about clickbait. I was going with the info I had at the time, which seemed right. But at the end of the day, it's not a big deal either. You guys know I wasn't being malicious, and it's not like the video had 20,000 views or anything like that. So I hope that makes sense. Oh yeah, then Viper says, yeah, maybe, yes, I will change it right now. No, I'll change it when I'm done. But yes, I will change the title of this stream as well too. Viper, that is completely fair. And see, that's a great way of that's a great way of putting it. You don't have to make fun of me. You don't slam me. Yeah, I will change the title when I'm done for sure. Hey Trev, nice to see you. Thank you for clarifying. It's better to get the information right. Absolutely. I'm all over that. And I won't comment on other YouTubers and their use of title and thumbnail for sure. Okay, let's get to those Canucks that we are talking about. And we will start with the way they lined up with their lines. So let's get going. I'll share Brendan. Actually, I'll show Brendan Batchelor's apology too, but not that it's not the biggest deal, you guys, but it is important to get the information right. I agree with Rev Trev. Okay, Suter, Miller, Lekaramaki, that is going to be the top line. So just picture that used to be Besser, right, in the playoffs last year. So then we have Pettersson with Garland, DeBrusk. I know we like Petey and Garland together. I want to see more Pettersson and DeBrusk. The most amazing third line in the world of Heinen, Bluger, and Sherwood. And then Aatu between Dakota Joshua and Niels Hoglander, but I'll talk about that in a second. Hughes, Hronek, Susie Myers, Brandstrom, Desharnais, Noah Juleson. So that means Derek Forbort not practicing because he's hurt. That means the Canucks didn't have any extra forwards, because they had sent Neil Zaman and Arshit Bains down to Abbotsford along with Arturs Shilovs. Well, Shilovs was back, Lankinen was back, and Demko was back. They're all three goaltenders took the ice. But the biggest thing about this, along with Lekaramaki getting a chance, and I talked about that already on last night's stream, so there's no news there, but Dakota Joshua will likely not play tomorrow night. So if everything's trending the way Rick Tocchet is thinking it's going, Joshua may make his debut on Thursday night against Bo Horvat and the New York Islanders. So fully expect to see either Bains or Amon called up. I think it's gonna be Bains, because you don't need Amon another center. I think they're going to call up Arshit Bains to play on that fourth line with Hoglander and Ratu. So picture this is going to happen tomorrow night. This is going to happen tomorrow night, but Joshua will not play tomorrow night. I expect that name to be Arshit Bains once the game gets going. By the way, Rick Tocchet said he's never going to do, well, I didn't say never, but he said he did not like the 11 and 7 formation, the 11 forwards, the 7 defensemen. Yeah, it was straight. There's no flow to any of their pairings or lines. On D, expect this to be the 6 for now. I think the 11 and 7 experiment, like I said, is gone. So Juleson looks like to be the extra right now. And Thatcher Demko was a full participant at practice. My guess is Joshua plays on Thursday, not tomorrow. And my guess is Demko's still a week and a bit out. They probably want to make sure that he has no setbacks after going back-to-back practices. But the fact that he's doing the full 45-minute practice is a good sign. By the way, I'll show you what Brendan Batchelor said. He said, mea culpa from me on this one. Talkett is asked about providing an update to BOESER status and calls it a day-to-day thing. He ultimately said he didn't have an update on BOESER. And that's because Randeep Janda said, clarification on my Brock BOESER tweet from earlier today. Rick Talkett says that there's no update on BOESER today and that updates on the status will be a day-to-day thing. That is not the player's current status. So that's what was kind of going around on Canucks Twitter today. Here are the power play units, the same 5: Garland, Miller, Suter, Petey, and Hughes. And then the second unit of Sherwood at the net front. Love that. Lekar-Mackey, Heinen, DeBrusk, and Philip Hronek. So there's some lines for you and from Canucks practice. So you're looking at what the Canucks have in front of them. They're playing against the Flames, the Islanders, Blackhawks, Nashville, and the Rangers to wind up their homestand. I have tickets, you guys, for the Flames and Predators available. If you want to email me at canuckclay@gmail.com, I can give you details. Yes, I'm still trying to move tickets for tomorrow night. We look at the scores from tonight. We have what a shootout. 7-5, Montreal beating the Sabres. The Sharks losing an OT against the Flyers. We have the Stars whipping the Penguins. The Penguins are in trouble. We have the Flames, the same Flames that were playing tomorrow night. They beat the Kings 3-1. So that's one thing that both teams have in common. We both beat the Kings in the last week. These guys, they've played 3 or 4 times already this year. The Avalanche beat the Predators. And nice, Carolina helps us out by beating the Vegas Golden Knights. So you look at the standings, and in the Pacific Division, we've actually dropped to 4th because we have the Kings with 21-17, Vegas 20-15, Calgary with 19-16, but they played 3 more games than us. And then we have 17 points in 13 games. We are 4 games over 500, 7-3 or 17-13, whatever way you want to do it. We are 4 games over 500. We are 107 point pace. No problem. So we have 3 games in hand on Calgary, 2 games in hand on Vegas, and 4 games in hand on the Kings. And this is how I always figured out, if the Canucks won all 4 of those games, they'd have 25 points in 17, and then they would be outright the leader in the division. In terms of points percentage, you look at the league, the Canucks are dropped to 13th overall, but they've only played 13 games. In terms of points percentage, they're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They're still 8th in the league. So they're doing fine. They obviously haven't moved since Saturday night, and we did a stream last night. So that's where the Canucks sit right now. That's how they practice. That is my apology on an unintentional misleading of Brock BOESER status. So I will change all my titles of all and thumbnails of my videos after this stream, just so we are as accurate and as trustworthy as possible. I just told my wife I was day to day, and she said, just wash the dishes. Our announcement of day will be day to day. Yeah, I should ask you guys, what's some things that you are day to day? Yeah, let's have some fun for 2 minutes. What are some day to day things in your life that, or you wish that you could say that you were day to day? I messed that up on my stream. See, even a seasoned pro like Rev Trev makes mistakes too. Yes, it looks like Joshua is playing on Thursday. So what's day to day for you? What do you wish was day to day? What are you going to hide under the day to day, behind the day to day status? Let's go with some day to day. So we start with Irvin. I told my wife, I showed this already. I was day to day. She said, just wash the dang dishes. Lyndon, day to day work. I like it. Lucas says, day to day life, just being me. Peter, my day to day, my relationship. I shouldn't laugh, Peter, but I know we've talked before. That's pretty funny. Swerving, Irvin, my bank account is day to day. Viper says work. Oh, Brian, this isn't funny. Your bruised ribs day to day. I'm sorry you have bruised ribs. I think my good lookingness is day to day. It's always good looking. Me showing up for work is day to day. You know what's one for me? Me getting 5 hours of sleep. That's kind of day to day. Oh, Pastor Dan getting into jujitsu. It's day to day. Very good. Carol was walking. By the way, Carol, how was your night out with your lady friends? Carol and I had a nice chat on the phone today, which is nice. In NBA, hey nation, day to day means 2 to 3 games max. Oh, interesting. But they use that as a, yeah. Girls constantly day to day. I'm not sure what that means, Peter. Last time I told my wife I was day to day, I slept on the couch. You know, it's funny. We're having fun with this. I hope everyone's having fun with this. Just something different. But I haven't joked, or I've sort of joked about having upper body, lower body injuries, like my Achilles tendon. That I was long-term injured reserve. That was 4 months of no weight on my left leg. That was brutal. So that wasn't day to day. That wasn't week to week. That was month to month. I was on LTIR, folks, for fun. Cooking at home versus eating out, day to day decision. Love it, Coach Rob. That's a good one. You take one separate time, one day at a time. Okay, that's fair. Oh, Victor, migraines day to day. That is not good. My Pepsi's day to day, but it's not, do I drink it or not? It's how much do I drink? Is it over or under 3 cans? I hope my mom's not watching. Sleep fatigue day to day, my streak of no dates. That literally makes sense. Parenting is day to day. I hope it's good mostly. Waiting day to day for my new PS5 Pro. Okay, that's good. That's good. See, we can not brag. We can talk about possessions in here and Alfred, I'm going to get to your donation in a second. I just got to get rid of, not get rid of, I want to highlight some of these. Can't get more sleep. Okay. Okay, exposed. BCBC can't get more sleep if you're up peeing at 6 a.m. So BCBC and I, for context, because I love giving context, even though no one else wants it. We text. We're buddies. We know who each other are, and I texted him late last night. I wasn't sure if he was going to see it, and then he texted me at 6 a.m. in the morning, and I replied right away. And I'm never up at 6 in the morning, especially on a long weekend. I presumed he would be because he's got 2 young kids. And we both were on the same washroom break. And that was kind of funny. By the way, another thing about introducing, I met a bunch of people at the Meet the Team event, and someone would come up to me and I'd say, "What's your name?" And for instance, he would say, "I'm Ryan." I'd say, "Nice to meet you, Ryan. I'm Clay." And then Ryan would go, "Yeah, I know." So that's because they made the point of saying, "Hey, Clay." And I still say, "I'm Clay." And then Gail says that I'm an idiot for telling them my name when they know who I am. I'm just trying to be nice. Day to day for me is 1 minute at a time, one day at a time. Love it. Housing is day to day. Yeah, sad but true, Carol, for sure. Day to day for me is getting colder, wearing colder weather and wearing warm clothes. That would be day to day. You know what's also day to day is Alfred getting the donation train out of the station. So let's give Alfred some love in the chat. Skytrain Alfred with the $7 donation. The next station is, I can say this in my Skytrain voice. The next station is day to day. Lekaramaki is called up from the A's. Yes, very good. Thank you, Alfred, for the $7 donation. Let's give Alfred some love in the chat. Thank you, Alfred. While I'm highlighting donations, let's go to legendary Lucas Gates. Lucas with the $10 donation. The players of the Now Athletics waiting for their ballpark. New ballpark are now day to day waiting on their new ballpark in Vegas. Guess that's more year to year as they'll be playing in Sacramento. I don't, Lucas, you would know this much more than me, the status of the arena, not the arenas, the stadiums. But thank you, Lucas, for that donation. Let's give both Alfred and Lucas some love in the chat. Gonna whip through these day to days, and then I'll get to my Mitchell sponsor read, and then we'll continue with my with the rest of the show. So let's get back to some more day to days. Where were we here? Being a responsible parent, day to day, good. Day to day, wearing flannels. Okay. Not sure what you're wearing the other days, but that's cool, Taylor. Oh, Peter, girls consistently leaving me day to day, day by day, and now I'm sad. Maybe we shouldn't have done this, you guys. But you guys are the ones offering it for sure. Okay, Rev Trev, this is borderlining on the TMI, but my D, that sounds worse, so I better say it. Okay. I'm not sure how many of you guys caught that. My diarrhea is day to day. This is not me. This is Rev Trev. Everyone look on the screen. Those of you listening to the podcast, this is not me. This is Rev Trev, Kempner Canucks. Subscribe. But Rev Trev needs some Imodium. Want to work is day to day. Sunshine in Lower Mainland is day to day. Day to day wanting me to do work and actually doing work. Kidney stones. Oh, RJ. Kidney stones supposing to pass through is day to day. That's not good. Being happy with the Canucks is day to day. You guys are hilarious. A friend's kidney stones is day to day. That stinks. That stinks. Mandatory early morning washing break. Yes, old man club certified. I will not confirm nor deny. Monday double. See, Canucks After Dark CCC streaming is clay to clay. I love it. Yeah. So shout out to all of you who are clay to clay by going with Clay Canucks After Dark with Parker to Clay's Canucks commentary. Yes, I usually do that Monday. Shout out to everyone who did double duty tonight. So thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Kempster got it right on the Sac. Wow, Sacramento for 3 seasons. I did not know that. Day to day is watching how my health changes from getting up in the morning until I get home and go to bed. My health changes this morning. I was feeling well. Now everything is spinning again. Oh, Shannon, I'm sorry. Feel free to shut this down, honestly, and get some rest. That's more important. Day to day is appreciating God's gift of light. I love it. I love it. Love it. Love it. Oh yeah, future considerations, Adrian. That will be for my Wednesday stream. But I love it. You guys are so good. I think we're onto something here because you guys are so creative, much more creative than I am. I can put out lower body. No, I'm not going to put out lower body on the stream because I already know what's going to happen. But yes, we'll do future considerations for another stream for sure. Day to day, think about the one I desire. Tracking the days I have left. What do you mean? Oh, you mean in school? Wonder why DRNA is a Canuck for 2 million is day to day. Going out like a show, going out movies, going out sporting event, going out to eat day to day, all nice. It was a nice surprise double. Yeah, every Monday night, Indigo, we do both. All right, friends, let me go to my mid-show sponsor read and we'll get to your proper questions. And if any more day-to-days show up, that is fine. So thanks everyone for being here once again. I'll do this mid-show sponsor read quickly. And I always start these mid-show sponsor reads by thanking our primary sponsor of this channel, Jason Lim at Van City Experts. And people are wondering which one is Jason Lim? Look at the middle of the group of people. Thank you to my channel sponsor, Jason Lim of Van City Experts Real Estate. At Van City Experts, their experience, knowledge, and expertise can serve you well in navigating through the real estate market and will help you to choose the best home or condo in the Greater Vancouver area that best suits your and your family's needs. Thank you also to Coach Patrick Liu, weight loss coach. You can use the link coachpatrickliu.com/clay. I almost said Canuck Clay /clay and receive a free 5-day workout of when you do sign up there. Thank you to Gas Jack Art Maker, that fine artwork. And thank you to Vessi Footwear. Use the link tinyurl.com/VessiClay and receive a free pair of socks off your next purchase of Vessi shoes. Speaking of purchasing, you can purchase Canuck Clay merch at canuckclay.threadless.com. Thanks to everyone who has done that already. And don't forget my shows this week. Well, tonight, obviously tonight was Canucks After Dark in the show. Tomorrow is going to be my quick 40-minute show. It'll be a post game because it's the Calgary Flames. And I have to go to my church hour at midnight. So tomorrow is 40 minutes for sure. Then Wednesday, Thursday, I'm going to play by ear. I told you I have a huge work event coming up on Saturday, Sunday. So I'm contemplating what I'm going to do Wednesday, Thursday. I'm going to do a show on Wednesday for sure. I just don't know if it's CCC or if it's members only. If I think I can do a show on Thursday, I'll keep members on Wednesday. If I don't think I'm going to do a show on Thursday, then I will make Wednesday a regular show, not do a show on Thursday, and then move the members to next week. So I'm going to figure all that out in the next couple of days. I'll definitely let you know, have a decision done by tomorrow night. All right, Mitchell reminder for you to subscribe, to like the video, to leave donations like Lucas and Skytrain Alfred have done. You can gift a membership, buy your own membership, upgrade your own membership, use your monthly membership, message your Triple M. And if you're listening on a podcast platform, you can rate and review. Okay, let's do 15 minutes or so of your questions now. Doesn't have to be day-to-day related. Just what's going on? How are you feeling about this team? What do you want to talk about tonight? PD's plays day-to-day. Bob, hey, Clay, you're the man. Love your podcast with Nuckhead. Thank you, Bob, for listening. Nuckhead is doing some awesome stuff for sure. Ron Schooner, over under 3.5 games. Look, Karamaki is up. I think if he plays well, you know what? It depends on two things. A, how well does he play? B, how long BOESER is out? If the answer is he plays well and BOESER's out long, I'm going to go over 3.5 games. Thoughts on Hronek? Great time. Great that we locked up our top right-hand D, but he's been quiet most of the season, but good thing he scored. I think he's fine. I think he gets overshadowed by Hughes. I still don't know how good he is without Hughes, but we do need him to produce, and we do need him not to take so many penalties. But as we've talked about many times, a right-hand D is very tough to get, so I'm happy with him. Day-to-day is fruit hunting for munching. Praise the Lord for good health. Amen. How many games do you think it takes for Lekkerimäki to score his first NHL goal? I would love to say tomorrow night, Fangirl, but I've said 2. I said he's going to score against the Islanders on Thursday. Irvin says going to try something new for Christmas. Have my family unwrap future considerations. I'm sure that'll go well, especially for the kids. Exactly. You might not live past Christmas. When everyone is healthy, and let's say Lekkerimäki turns out to be a consistent NHLer, what are your dream line combinations? Well, Peter, I guess it depends on you're talking. Let's say this is next year, okay, and everyone's healthy. I think you go Boeser, Miller, DeBrusk, and then I would try PD with Lekkerimäki and Hoglander, like an all Swedish line. Then I would go Garland, Bluger, Joshua, and then I go Suter, Sherwood, Heinen. Oh, that's a good team. Isn't that a good team? I like that. Scheduling is day-to-day. Very good. Top 10. Very good. Rev Trev, everyone hit the like if you haven't, and subscribe. Canuck Clay is a must sub. Thank you, Trev. The feeling is mutual. Keep up the good work, brother. If PP1 started skating again, would you say they'd be a threat to do it? Yeah, skating. More direct, less predictable. Movement is the biggest thing. I remember there's a time last year where they would have PD kind of come out to the point, then skate down the middle, then Hughes do the same thing. And if you're moving, then the defense doesn't know what's going to happen next. And the whole point is they're one man short. So you got to create misdirection and you got to create uncertainty among the defensemen. Hey, so I'm June 22nd, 1974. June 22nd, 1974. Well, Garland will be back with PD tomorrow. It looks like it's going to be Garland, PD, and DeBrusk, and then Miller with Suter and Lekkerimäki. Front runner trade candidate at D for the Canucks. You're talking about someone they get. You know, you keep hearing Rasmus Anderson's name because he's a decent contract. It's a bit heavy, but he's a good player. He's a top 4.5 for this year and next year. So maybe he might be a target, but Calgary's in a playoff spot right now. Any chance you get Kim to join you on a stream or video post the Islanders versus Canucks game? Nice to have insights on both sides. Yeah, it sucks after the game, Fangirl, because it's like 1 a.m. her time. I'm at that game tonight. No, it's 2 a.m. her time. And then I know from Friday morning, I'll be out of commission. So it's going to be tough. Good suggestion, though. What would you choose as future considerations? If it me personally, sushi and Pepsi, easy. If it was for the team, in all seriousness, like while being not sarcastic, for the arena, cup holders are coming in, so I would get, I don't know, cheaper tickets maybe. And then for the team, prospect or draft pick is good. Do I think Zadorov has missed? Not for what he's making. Yeah, no, he was good. People loved him, but I think we're okay. I think he's been hit and miss with the Bruins so far. 5-1 is the prediction. I like it. RV Miller has not been good, but he admits it, and that's the wonderful thing about him is he does not try and sugarcoat it when he's not playing well. Boston isn't doing so well, so I think Zadorov misses the Canucks more than Canucks miss Zadorov. That's an interesting way of putting it. Yeah, it's a good start, but I think he's been a little bit shaky. Who scores the first goal tomorrow? I'm going with, I'd love to say Lekkerimäki. I'm going with Pettersson. I love it. Day to day or game to game, the 4-2 score prediction. Love it, Alfred. Best part tonight was the Canucks After Dark chat, like when players interact with fans, like at Canucks meet and greet. Always, yeah, I'm pretty sure that wasn't the actual Matthew Tkachuk, you guys. I'm pretty sure Matthew Tkachuk has better things to do than to come into a stream and troll Canucks fans. Just a hunch. Edmund, you okay? You think she loves needs, but then where's the rest of your question? Thoughts on the second line D pairing, Bob? I've said this many times. Oftentimes when the Canucks get scored on, you look up and it's Susie and Myers on the ice. They have not found the consistency that they've had since last year, but they're all we got unless you want to try Brandstrom as a second pairing. Yes, I know, but I don't think it was him. DeBrusk scores first. I take that. My dinner with friends was really nice. Barley meal. I had Coke. They didn't have any Pepsi. My friends had a drink. And I said, here's to all ears to my drink, to my friends. Nice. Glad you enjoyed some quality time with some girlfriends. Needs one win to get going. She loves. Yep, that would make sense. How many points does Hughes and McCarr get each if they're on the same D pairing? Wow. If they're on the same D pairing, usually you don't have defenseman to forward who scores. It's usually one or the other. But if they're on the same D pairing, does one get 100 and one get 80, or one get 190 and one get 80? I don't think we're talking about two 100-point defensemen. I just don't think that's realistic. Would you trade for a Canucks first rounder that they had traded? It's tough to chase your draft losses, so to speak. And you're talking about the pick. Yeah, Lyndon, the easy answer is it depends on what you have to give up. But I hear what you're saying is sometimes the Canucks trade away their first round picks. But if you end up giving up any more than you gave away when you got them, if you end up giving more to get the pick back than what you got for the pick originally, then it's going to look really, really bad. Like it's horrible asset management. You can see Matthew doing it. Yeah, maybe. I just don't know. I don't know. If Crosby were to be traded, what do you think a Crosby trade would look like? 4 or 5 assets, 2 roster players, including 1 superstar, a couple prospects and picks. Yeah, I think. What's your predictions of the Grey Cup game? I think it's going to be Winnipeg. How do you think the teams are going to do? What's your prediction of the score? Tomorrow night, I'm going low scoring for some reason. 2-1 Canucks over Calgary. Will DeBrusk be okay? Apparently he was hurt in practice. Adrian, Jeff Patterson, I think he probably could have done well without tweeting it in the first place, because I think not J-Pat specifically, but I think sometimes you might tweet something or share something that if you just waited 5 more minutes, it wouldn't have made a difference. And that was a perfect example. When you play hockey, sometimes you get your stick stuck in the boards where the dashers meet. There's a line. That's what happened to DeBrusk. So it's that horrible feeling when you get your stick stuck in the boards and then you run into it and then your stick pokes you in the stomach and you get winded. That's what happened to DeBrusk. He was fine for the rest of practice. How would you line up against Calgary? Pedersen with Lekkerimäki? RV, it doesn't matter. Well, maybe you're asking the way the Canucks are going to line up are Miller, Suter, Lekkerimäki, Petey, Garland, and DeBrusk. And I'm fine with that. Would you possibly bring up a defensive prospect, or are they just too inexperienced? No, I think as much as we want to see Petey, Kudryavtsev, and Tom Willander, who's playing college, I don't think at this point they're better than the guys we have right now. They will be better, but not just yet. Hoglander is one of the only tradable contracts, 3 years at $3 million. So that one is tradable, but that's a good contract if he can produce for us. Should the Canucks swap the second and third pair, D pair, Myers and Brandstrom, third pair, Soucy and Desharnais? I don't know you want Soucy on your third pair. Oh, sorry, Soucy and Desharnais second, and Myers dropped to the third. Yeah, I don't think Desharnais is good enough to be on the second pair. I think Brandstrom is. So you could go Brandstrom, Myers as your second, and then Soucy, Desharnais as your third. But I wouldn't put Desharnais on the second. Shilov's wins or Lekkerimäki goals? For the good of this team, I hope it's Shilov's wins. That's a good question. Hopefully Shilov, but then again, if Demko comes back in the next 2 or 3 weeks and Shilov's gets sent down, if we're talking about NHL wins, it might be Lekkerimäki goals. If you were GM, which prospect would you trade? That's a good question. I don't trade Willander because we need a right shot D to fit in behind Hronik. I don't trade Lekkerimäki because we just seen we're thin on right wing if one of our Boeser Garland goes down. But then anyone else you don't really get a lot for. So that's a tough one, EJ. Maybe a package of prospects, but I wouldn't trade Lekkerimäki or Willander. Seeing talk at hate on Twitter, is it warranted? We suck at home, we give up first goal. Yeah, he says the right things about having the team prepared, and then sometimes it doesn't work. I like talking a lot, Timmy. I'm not sure if you were on my stream last night. I was in the 45-minute Q&A with him, and I have a lot of respect for him. I think Canucks fans gotta be careful. Not that he worries about what people say about him on social media, but what are the alternatives? And look what we were like before he got here. Hey, Patrick, are you willing to be part of my War Games team at Survivor Series? He said as long as we don't have to tag him in, if he can just stand on the apron. But War Games isn't like a traditional. Is it a traditional tag match, or is it just everyone fights everyone for the entire match? Zegras, 1 goal in 14. That is not good. Expectations for Lekkerimäki, Calder conversation? No, I don't think I think that's too high of an expectation. Let's just have him come up and play responsible and pop a couple goals. Is there something wrong with the with the one of our new players starts with D. If it's DeBrusque, no, he was fine. He got hurt in practice, but he just got winded. Pretty sure 75% of all players are hurt to some degree at any given time. Didn't Susie block a shot in the LA game and have to hobble off the ice? Yeah, no, these guys are warriors. They play tough, and they always say there's a difference between playing hurt and injured. Everyone plays hurt, but injured will take you out of the lineup for sure. I did not know that Joson's nickname is Vapes. Would Besser's injury hurt his new contract status? A little bit if he's out long term. Some of the goals against Edmonton, Lankinen's fault, or they overplaying him? I think there are a couple that he could have had, but a couple he was screened, or the Canucks were outnumbered, or it went off a new Juleson stick. I don't really blame him for much of last night or Saturday night, excuse me. Favorite all-time Canuck, Roberto Luongo. Favorite current Canuck is Brock Boeser. I am going to be at Survivor Series. Oh, it's free for all, no tags. That would make sense. Yeah, like it would be hard to ask 10 guys to go in a cage and then wait your turn to get in the ring. Do the Canucks players have their own parking garage? No, it's part of the regular parking garage, but they have their own section that's watched by security. And no, they do not have to pay. Off night for Lankinen, yeah. Aside from handsome, do you have a nickname? Yes. Throughout high school, it's Sushi Master. Sushi Master, not because I can make sushi, but I can pound it down. So Sushi Master is actually my nickname. And then, yeah, Guapo, Pogi, which means good looking in Filipino, those two as well. Nothing inherently wrong with the guys on the bottom 4D, but they're all over their heads minute-wise. That's fair, Irvin. Would you rather wrestle Lesnar or Henry? Well, I'm going to get killed no matter what, but I think Henry, at least I'd have a better chance of least tying him out. I know he's strong. I'm not an idiot, but Brock Boeser would absolutely maul me. Pound town, exactly. Okay, guys, I'll go for 5 more minutes. It can be Canucks related, hockey related, wrestling related, food related. 5 more minutes. Irvin is saying, put your past nicknames in the chat. I may or may not highlight them depending on how appropriate they are, but yes, Swervin Irvin is requesting that everyone put their nickname in the chat. I'll start us off, Sushi Master. And now I call myself the Master as well. I mean, it's appropriate because I have my Masters, but Sushi Master was my nickname. Irv Gotti, Big Papa. Okay. I like Io Sky. I think she's very athletic. I think she's attractive, like she's pretty, and I think she's got a lot of personality. Which players from this Hall of Fame induction did you watch the most? That's a great question. You know, I didn't even cover this today. Hall of Fame 2024, Hockey Hall of Fame. Who is it? Colin Campbell, Natalie Datsuk, Weber. You know, I've met Jeremy Roenick on a couple of occasions, and I was probably most familiar with Shea Weber's game. Good answer. Chewy Louie from Pastor Dan. Okay. War game starts until all 5 members of a team in the ring. Oh, I'm thinking of the chamber. Do they all start at the same time? Have you ever done a spiritual healing on anyone? No, not me. Not me. My nickname to this day is Carol Barrel. Nice. Big Vic. Original Bloodline. I don't know. I think The Rock's going to be on one of them. I just don't know which one, Bob. Actually, maybe not. It'd be crazy though. The Rock was in Vancouver. I have to think about this I know they invited Seth Rollins on tonight's episode of Raw. I have to think about this one. Where does your self-confidence come from? Natural or had to work on it? Because it doesn't come easy for everyone. Timmy, that's a good question. And I know, and I trust that you're asking it very genuinely. I'm a confident guy. You guys can probably tell. I've never met a microphone or a camera that I didn't like. I've been confident. Some would say cocky or overconfident. I don't know. I think you have to believe in yourself. I have people that believe in me. I have a God that believes in me. But really, ever since a young age, I was kind of bossy. I was a good public speaker. And ever since elementary school. And then high school was student council. And then through my working career. So I've always been confident public speaking. But even in social settings, when it's not in public from a standpoint of on camera or in front of a microphone, I feel very confident as well. I feel confident in my listening abilities. I feel confident in my ability to connect conversations and to connect people. And if it comes across as overconfident or cocky, I can't really help that. It's just who I am, and it's the way that I want to impact people. So to answer your question, it was taught, but it was innate in me since I was little. And as corny as that may sound, yeah, I've always been a confident person. Yes, I did watch Raw tonight before I did Canucks After Dark, Matthew. Yeah, I don't know who the team, are they going to keep everyone in the bloodline? There's Cody Rhodes. They probably want to stay away from the story, right? And Rhodes and Reigns would be crazy. Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of the fact that we don't know for sure. It's kind of intriguing. Dong or Donger? Yes. I know what your last name is. So Nation is not being perverted here. Shea Weber's too soon. Yogi, nice. I have tried SodaStream. It's not great, Ern, but I hear you. It's healthier and it's cheaper. I get it. Carol Barrow sounds like a cowgirl. Do you generally think Pedersen will get out of the slump? I do. I really do. Carol Barrow is one of the people that was on the Deal or No Deal. Oh, Burnsy, nice. I got a nickname Brash because I skated like Donald Brashear. Okay. Shannon Door River. Oh, Shenandoah River. Gotcha. Shani. I like Shani. Each team starts with 2 and then one of each team enters. Okay. Thanks, Edmund. If you had to do a family member with 4 of your coworkers, who would you pick? Well, even if I name them though, Fango, you don't know, it's a good question, but you won't know anything about them. So I could say anyone. But if I do Family Feud with coworkers, girl named Krista. Actually, all my coworkers are very smart. Krista would be fun. Faye would be fun. Matthew and Brett. Let's go with those guys. I don't think any of those guys watch my show. TSN did a big piece on the absurdity of McGillney being held out of the Hockey Hall of Fame. Okay, I have to look that up. Rollins called Solo a wannabe Roman Reigns. Yes, that was very, very, very funny. TSN YouTube, I'll check it out. Do you think your suggestion of the second line of Hoglander, PD, and Lekkermaki is too small? Not yet. Not until I see them play. Snap dancer. A crush from early ballroom lessons called me a snappy dancer. Nice. I would be called peg leg then, or no rhythm guy. I'm getting a McGillney jersey. Great player. Him, Bury, and Fedorov. Yes. Nickname is Smash. I can see that. Cody Rhodes is not booked to be at Survivor Series. Interesting. Matthew, for sure. Yeah, AJ knows some of my coworkers. Favorite all-time WWE wrestler? Ricky Steamboat. I know he had more accolades in the NWA, but Ricky Steamboat has always been my favorite wrestler. I can't cook, Simon, so it's pretty short list of things that I can cook, so I don't have a favorite thing to cook. I've been playing piano ever since I was 4 years old. War Games originating the NWA promotions. Yes, Dusty Rhodes. Yeah, that's true. I did redeem the free food during the Canucks meet and greet. I got, what did I get? I got Panago pizza and Pepsi's, of course. All right, guys, 12 o'clock. Perfect time for me to end. So tomorrow night, I'll be at 11 o'clock at night. It will be a post game of Canucks Calgary. And if you're looking for Canucks tickets, I still have a couple for Calgary and Nashville. Calgary, yes, the Calgary game that happens in 17 hours from now. So if you're, or 19 hours from now. So if you're interested, send me a message at canuckclay@gmail.com. Otherwise, I'll figure out what to do with them. Moderators, thank you for keeping this a safe and respectful place. I'm going to take you up on this, Irvin. Thank you. And I can see that too, Edmund. Moderators, thank you for keeping this a safe and respectful place. Members, that's Legends, Hall of Fame, and franchise members. Legendary Lucas Gates, legendary Andrew Chang, Hall of Fame and franchise members. Thanks for your support. I posted my members Ask Me Anything video earlier tonight, so make sure you check that out. And to everyone else, thank you for watching, liking, and subscribing. On your way out, make sure you do those things. Like the video, subscribe. You can leave a late donation if you care to do so. Thanks to my sponsors, Van City Experts Real Estate and Coach Patrick Lee, Weight Loss Coach. And thanks to those of you who went above and beyond with your generosity tonight. That was Skytrain, Alfred, and legendary Lucas Gates. Once again, tomorrow night, 11 o'clock, post-game, Canucks versus Calgary. If you're interested in any tickets, email me, canuckclay@gmail.com. And don't forget to rate this bad joke out of 10 on your way out. Thanks, everyone. You guys are best. Stay safe, stay healthy, take care of yourselves, and take care of each other. Did you know that Home Depot is putting their Christmas decorations in the second aisle of housewares? Not the first aisle, but the second aisle of their housewares. So in other words, I'll be home for Christmas. I'll be home for Christmas. That was bad. You guys can give me ones. That's fine. Stay safe. Stay healthy. No, I'm going to redeem myself. That sucked. All right, here's another one. My uncle works for a company that makes bicycle wheels. Yes, my uncle works for a company that makes bicycle wheels. He's the spokesman. He's the spokesman. God bless and go Canucks go. Booyah.